Can you add a video several times to the same playlist? Because I could no, that doesn't work. That's Ota. I was thinking of making
Tessa!
a playlist
Oh, Ota!
for each strand so you could follow it. Even though the beginning bit would just be exactly the same. What are you doing here?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly surprised.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marbles, so... I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
Not really, though.
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine! Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
Don't do this again. Fucking hell. This time he even had a taser. Oh, fuck yeah. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. Shut up around my neck. I looked over the canter, I saw a monster. 2 seconds before this was just Mama. Wow!
It looks like you're awake now.
Wow, this game is giving mixed messages. Mama spoke to me, the all came rushing back. I remembered everything. What's the time?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course. I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
Alright, we gotta get the fuck out of here. It's boss.
Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iba.
It's the exact same thing.
Iris. No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Thank Mama, ran on marble. And now it's exactly the same.
What's our ETA?
Right, this is
Our
exactly the
destination
same.
is 20 minutes at the fast.
Please let... That sick bastard!
Oh, skip, yes, skip. And then Ota's gonna come in. Yeah, I kept my... We're now in the... This isn't really a branching path. Right, nothing will have changed.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
She dies this time, that'd be one hell of it.
No!
Oh fuck, she dies this time! Fuck, I did not... Okay, it's different then.
No!
I still don't understand anything. What?
Ota.
Is Iris dead? What? 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 What the fuck? Dude, my first playthrough was the only one that made any goddamn sense.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those 3 murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Yeah, why kill...
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Then why kill
Mizuki
his
is Ota's
ex-wife?
close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Yeah, why her?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
And why is he in a fucking polar bear costume?
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Was the only difference this time is that maybe the timings were slightly misaligned? So this time the killer beat Ota and killed him too?
Stay away from Tessa!
Oh, that still happened.
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh,
what it was.
I know that.
Well,
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
then shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
But
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
we don't have more information in this world
Maybe not.
than we did in the other
That is
one.
a good starting point.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
Who the fuck is MOBA?
Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
There is. There is a connection to Iris. We just don't know about it yet.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Yes, the killer tries to awaken the fact that we were the Cyclops killer.
And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Iris' motto doesn't really work, but we
Hitomi
know
and
so
Renju were
little about
definitely
her.
linked.
Just the one NPC we know
We were high school classmates.
very little about.
And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemniscate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
Nothing fits.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
I'm so confused. I can't even see anymore. I can see parts of the story. Parts of the story are very, very clear to me. But most of them I can't even begin to understand. I don't even have the faintest as to who's the killer anymore. It was so clear when it was Ota's mom. Then Sho came out of left field. But he's died in a different world. And in that one we learned that Iris probably... But in this one we learned too that Iris has some ties to everything. But now she's dead. What the I don't get it! I'm like halfway through this mystery plot bullshit. And I have as little... You might as well ask me who the killer is before I played the game. I would have had as much of an idea. Is it... My body was burning hot. Can I have a little funny conversation with you again?
No, nothing so far.
And we're still assuming So Tsuchima's blood is mixed in here. And most likely that... Oh no, this time Mayumi wouldn't be here. Because it didn't happen at her home. Oh, I'm so confused.